Hello, friends. This video is for students who are getting colder. So it looks like you are on your way to understanding scale factor and everything that goes along with it. So this slideshow is going to just kind of clear up some misconceptions and give you some things to practice. Okay, so let's start with scale factor. So as you know, for scale factor, if you take a side from the image and divide it by the corresponding side of the original, so image divided by original, you found the scale factor. It's really important to make sure that you're comparing apples to apples, which means you're not taking the long side and comparing it by the short side. If you notice, both long sides are blue, both short sides are green. It doesn't matter if you compare the short side to the short side or the long side to the long side, but you just have to make sure that you compare the corresponding sides. So again, image divided by original gives you the scale factor. So here's an example. So we've got an image that has a side length of 25 and an original that has a side length of 5. So if I wanted to, this says to put it in your calculator, but hopefully you won't need to do that. Hopefully you'll be able to just come up with this fact in your head. So starting with the long sides, we have image divided by original. So we have 25 divided by 5. So hopefully you got that the scale factor is 5. So this guy got enlarged by 5. Good job if you got that. Okay, would it have worked if we had used the short sides? So if we had done 15 divided by 3, we would have still gotten 5. So again, it doesn't matter long side to long side or short side to short side as long as you're using those corresponding sides. So the scale factor is 5, but what does that mean? That means that this guy is 5 times as big as this guy with the side length. So it definitely enlarged. Remember, if our scale factor is larger than 1, it means our shape's getting bigger. Okay, so now I want you guys to try this. It doesn't matter to me which one you do, if you do long side to long side or short side to short side. Either way, do image divided by original. I'll give you a second to work that out on your calculator. You should be doing this along with me because this is where our learning happens. Okay, so either way, you should have gotten that your scale factor was 6. If you missed it, here's an example. So this is with the long side to long side. So 48 divided by 8, again, image divided by original, that gives you 6. Okay, now what if I want to find the missing side? So we know our scale factor is 5. So what do you guys think that missing side would be? If you got 10, you're totally right. So you would take your corresponding side length and multiply it by the scale factor to get your missing side. Here's another example. So I've got my image and my original. It looks like I got smaller. It looks like, now I know we always think it divides, but it looks like it got 1/7 smaller. So 1/7 of 63 is 9. What would 1/7 of 42 be? Give you a second to try and figure that out. And hopefully your answer was 6 because you divided by 7 to get to here, and these guys have to have the same scale factor. All right, so I think you have scale factor and missing side lengths down. So now we're going to look at perimeter and area. So the way we find the new image's perimeter is by using our scale factor. Remember, perimeter is just side lengths. And the way that we find the new side lengths is just by multiplying times the scale factor. So original perimeter times scale factor gives me new perimeter or image perimeter. So in this case, our original perimeter, if you added up all those sides, it would be 196, and our scale factor is 1/7. So if you took 1/7 of 196, it should give you 28. All right, now let's look at area. So remember, with area, we get taller and wider. So if my scale factor is 5, that means I go 5 times taller and 5 times wider. So I square it. So in this case, we can see that this area is 15. And then our scale factor is 5. So 5 squared times that 15. Give you a second to figure that out in your calculator. Should have given you 375. Okay, so now that you've had some examples done for you, I want you to follow this link there should be a link popping up in your video. If not, there will be a link in Classroom for you. Follow that link for some more practice. You're going to do this on your cold, colder, coldest recording sheet that's in your packet. When you finish, come see a teacher to get that checked in. Hopefully that was informative for you, and go ahead and work on those practice problems.